All right, guys, good afternoon. This is KQ4CIA with Blackbeard Radio. Hope everybody's having a great day so far. Just got everything put together in the shack. Already got yellow lab sprinkles of love all over everything. Hadn't even turned it on yet. Y'all might find that hard to believe, but I figured y'all have been with me this far. Y'all might as well watch what happens now. I got my ground hooked up, got my coax hooked up. I'm running it to my my antenna 7510. It's a full legal limit end-fed half wave. I've got it up about 30 feet in the air in an inverted L configuration. Running zero power, as you can tell. I don't have anything else anywhere, but I am running, just in case I need it, a MFJ 939. This is sold as the 939Y or 939 Yankee because it comes with the Yaesu data cable, which automatically integrates, the tuner into the radio. If the SWR of your antenna gets outside of the 3-to-1, which is what the internal tuner does, then it automatically will tell the external tuner to do its job. The SP30 external speaker fits very nicely. Everything is placed beautifully in the shack. There's an SD card slot. I don't have an SD card to put in it right now. You do firmware updates on it, which is a huge software advancement. To not have to connect your laptop or PC to the computer to actually do the firmware. You can actually load the firmware on an SD card and then upload from there. That's a pretty cool thing. And then you also do all of your recording. This can do audio recording, so it can record signals received. I don't believe it can record your transmit signals. I think it only records receive signal. But that's where we're at. It also records your, the SD card is what stores your playback, your transmit playback frequencies. So I can't set anything up like that. I've got my power supply on, got all my power pole connections made up. That was my last video. Didn't realize I was going to have to start splicing the world to get rid of literally 8 feet of wire. Thank you, Yaesu, for giving plenty of wire to get wherever we needed to go. For me, I only needed about 6 to 8 inches. So I have 7 feet of wire left over for a future project. All right, boys and girls, here we go. Press and hold long button. Color display, I've seen it for the first time. Looks like we're on the 40 meters. And that's a lot of signals already. So the waterfall display is set up right now in the 3D waterfall. So instead of your time continuing on a linear line top to bottom, what it's doing is front to back. So immediate signal is in the front, and as the signal ages, it goes to the rear. Your colors are able to be changed. Again, I'm currently only a general, so if I'm not mistaken, this is our coarse tune, the outer ring. Our fine tune is the inner ring. Yep. So you can see I am at 7.002 meg. If I do the inner, I'm moving by kilo. The outer, I'm moving by 1/10 of a meg. And if I do the inner, I'm moving at 100th of a meg. So let's get up to my band plan, which in 40 meters starts at 7.175. It looks like it is noisy. So I typically have a pretty high noise floor here. Looks like I'm currently sitting about a S3, S5 on my noise floor. Here's the first time I've opened up the speaker any.
Appreciate the relay. Victor Echo 6, India, Victor November, Ivan, Roger.
I think this is an OMIS net. I currently am an OMIS member 14,392, I think, or 395 is my member number. Yeah, so you can change the span of this. Right now I got a span of apparently, I don't even know, a lot, to 200K. So that's a pretty wide gap. If we go to 500K, that's going to give us a meg up and down above center tune. So it looks like we got something booming up here. Let's see if we can filter out any of this noise. So I'm going to hit the noise blanketer. Don't really know how to work it yet. Sorry, guys. Digital noise filter.
Whiskey 5 Hotel Whiskey Zulu, Hotel, give us Roger. He's there, DK, if you can send it to MMZ. All right, got him there, appreciate that. Hey, that's what it's all about, relays working.
So since my DNR was pressed, I should be able to.
All right, and let's get back to this list. Yep. And we're going up here to line number 33, Kilo Echo 7, Romeo Golf. Robin, your turn.
So you can see now that I've dropped my noise reduction all the way down, I don't have anything other than the peaks, from what I understand. So if I turn the notch on, you can see where my notch needle is moving. I can also change the contour, so I can change exactly to what part I'm tuned into. Don't really know how much that's affecting on single sideband right now. Turn that off. So if I tighten up my width of frequency, you can hear what changes. Let's open this back up. We'll go to about neutral. So like I said, I got a pretty I've got a pretty high noise floor all the time.
Kilo Echo 7 Romeo Golf, Kilo Echo 7 Romeo Golf. Robin, you're up for one call. K6 VOR relay. No copy here, Captain Dave.
I don't know how I feel about the 3DS yet. Just not sure. There's a pretty good frequency, just a hair up. I'd say that's a broadcast station pushing a good jillion watts. Let's get back in band. That way I don't mess up. So from what I've read, you can change the frequency. If I touch the screen at the 7, then I can rotate and move bands. So the next stop's going to be 20. And again, since I'm general, my band starts at 14,225. I'm already way outside, just trying to find a frequency. You can also press the band button on the inner ring and then press the screen. So we'll move from 20 down to 17. Again, general, my band starts at 18.110. And it goes to 168. Let's take a look at 15. I'm at 21,275 for me. And I go to 21,450, the top end for everybody. Looks like we've got a little bit fading in. Apparently it was above band. You can hear an audible click if you get outside of frequency. Can you hear it? And that's outside by a little bit more, but 24,930 for 12, and I go up to 990 just like everybody else. Let's check out 10, see if anything's going on. This is going to take some spinnies. I start at 300. 28.3 is where I start. I don't suspect there'll be anything. Locally, it's, I don't know, 2200. So that's what, currently 0300 Zulu. So I imagine the band will be pretty shut. You can see little glimmers of hope down there in the bottom. Let's see if we can find whatever that was. You can barely see it. Nope, outside of my band plan. All right, well, let's go back down to 40.
The second thing is that I made a truss kit to the elements. Every element has a passport to the boom, and
So Yaesu is a little bit weird. They run your preamp in the ICOM world. It's called a preamp, and Yaesu calls it IPO. For Yaesu, they automatically turn on the preamp. So if you initiate IPO, what you're doing is you're actually turning the preamp off. Whereas on an ICOM, if you hit preamp, you're turning it on. So it's a little bit different, and it took a little bit used to coming from an ICOM to a Yaesu. But now that I understand it, it's okay. Attenuation, we can go up to 16 decibels, which is pretty phenomenal for a radio in its class, what I'm told. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, I bumped the camera.
Because the elements are telescopic when they are when you transport this antenna. We have to put out the elements, we have to
So this guy's not in my band plan, so I can't even try to talk to this DX station. But you can hear the difference.
Yeah, Ralph, aren't you supposed to coat or paint the fiberglass with something to protect it over? Yes. There's sometimes
That's that transmission at 2 million gigahertz. And this is well outside of anything I can do. I still think it's fascinating that you can hear all of the electronic noises, and you can hear stuff on the carrier wave that you're not hearing when you're on lower sideband or upper sideband. And if they're pushing a whole lot of power from lower sideband, sometimes you can hear the bleed over on upper sideband. The whole thing still fascinates me. So it's pretty cool. Let's go down to 80 meters or 75 and see what we get. Again, I'll push the 500, and now I'm selecting, your voice on 500. For me, being a general, on 80, it starts at 3.8. Let's see if we can play with some filters I don't really know how to use yet and clean any of this up so that we can maybe hear it a little better.
Well, I guess at least if anybody in Salt Lake City wants to jump in the conversation, we can get them in here. That's pretty long, though. I can't believe we're making it out that far.
We'll hit the lock button. We'll stay on this guy. He's in my band plan, so it's not the end of the world if we talk to him or try to talk to him. I'm going to hit the notch button, and I'm going to see what we can't do. Shift a little bit and see how skinny.
I think I'm out of that, but I
So my notch is on, and I shifted down. You can see the bracket move, and I concentrated just on that, just on his signal. Now if we widen it up, I bet the other guy is talking on the top end of this. And it's just a variance in propagation, from what I understand. So he's coming in at a true 5.9 on the radio meter. I hadn't heard of my DM self or say where he's at yet, but still pretty neat. Sounds great. So we can change the color of the waterfall display. We can go to true blue, which is, kind of a traditional color. Yellow and white signal markings with blue waterfall. That was kind of the first colors, and you have all sorts of colors that you can do. I changed colors, but I don't think it did anything. Oh, I didn't press in on the key. So to me, that didn't do anything. I can't see a difference, but I do like the way that looks. I'm going to unlock it. I like that. It lets you know that you locked it and unlocked it. I'm pretty silly sometimes, and I lose that a lot. Close that span up. Ooh. It's pretty neat. You can kind of see how I'm tuning. Nope, sorry. I'll set the shift back to neutral. And my notch, I'm going to keep at 27. I might narrow it up to 1950 or so eventually, but now I seem like it's harder to find him, unless that's him down here. The speaker sounds good. I'm pretty happy with the quality there. But y'all are going through it with me. I mean, I hadn't done anything else. Video's getting kind of long. I'm going to keep playing and we're going to see what we got. I'll update you guys. So far, I'm liking everything. When I figure more out about it, I'll come back to you. Guys, this is KQ4CIA Justin with Blackbeard Radio. Please like, share, and comment. Doesn't cost you a dime. I don't have any sponsors. I don't have any affiliates. Again, my story, I'm just walking you through it as I go through it. I want everybody to see what it's like to be a new ham and go through it on your own. The older hams, they often say that the new hams, because we have nicer radios that have way more than they ever had when they were new, that I was called an appliance operator this last week, and I asked why, and they said because I don't have to do anything. I just have to hit a power button, and it's like turning on an appliance in a kitchen. And there's still stuff to figure out. You still got to learn it, and when you're new and learning it, you still have to be new and learn it. So I just thought I'd take somebody with me, and if I can help somebody and say one thing that means something, then that is great. Because I've gotten a lot of value out of people and just listening. So I hope everybody has a wonderful night, a wonderful day, wherever you are. And remember to stay safe. It's 73. This is KQ4 CIA with Blackbeard's Radio. Talk to you later, guys.